Hope you're doing great. Hope you can see this. All live chats are visible. I'll try to do this with my tablet here just for fun. I got story time for you. Sitting out here in the garage, I'm going to start the audio for the podcast. Yeah, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing great. We're trying to do a live stream and have this mic clipped on me. Try to do an audio podcast as well, and meanwhile I'm holding my tablet here just for people for later. So, first off, until Monday, the promo code Tony does still work. It still works until Monday. It does. Let me see if I can set this somewhere a little better for you guys. I'm gonna scoot over just a little. I'm gonna prop this tablet on a shelf really quick because I feel like that might be better for you. Probably definitely be better. There we go. Don't have all that shaking and nonsense. Yeah, how's that? So we're also recording an audio podcast, which I do for the Tony's Lawn Care Talk, like on the audio platforms, And so we're trying to do this. So story time. But first off, let me angle this towards me a little bit better. So story time, but first off, until Monday, it might even be Sunday night, but until I think Sunday night, the promo code Tony will still work for Equip Expo. It will work until Monday night. And let me make sure my mic is on. Okay, I muted it, turned it back on. I believe it's good. But anyway, until Sunday night, the promo code Tony will still work for Equip Expo. And so that's good for you guys to know that. If you're still on the fence, last minute decision if you want to go or not, it does still work. And so that is a cool thing. It's cool that it still works. The promo code Tony will still work for Equip Expo until Sunday night, I believe. Y'all check out, I did a video about my new enclosed trailer build. It's sitting right over there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Sorry, the van's kind of in the way, but I want to talk about something. So last night, I'll try to, story time here. Story time with Tony coming up. So last night, let me angle this towards me a little bit more again. So last night, Mr. Robert, how you doing, bud? So what happened was my father-in-law's birthday was last night, and so we went to this Mexican place, right? And stomach felt a little rumbly last night. It felt a little rumbly, but then today, I woke up. Everything seemed to be okay. Maybe I felt a little sketchy, whatever. But I went to work as normal, and after the first couple of lawns, 2 lawns in, trying to finish up the 2 lawns in, and man, I tell you what, my abdominal pain has never been that strong before. It was taking everything that I had in me to not crap my pants. Like, I have never been in that much pain, and I'm like, I gotta finish this little spot. I'm 15 minutes away from any establishment with bathroom or anything like that, and I was in bad pain. I'm talking about bad pain. Like this was a level that I've never experienced before. So one time on my lawn route, my wife gave me this vitamin C or something like that. And she gave me that. And so this sort of thing has happened when I was out on the lawn route before, where I just was like, man, I got to make it to somewhere quick. I was trying to hold it back. But today was even worse. So I don't know if it's something to do with that Mexican place or whatever, But man, I made it to an establishment, okay? And I made it to an establishment and did that, okay? It was bad too. And then Tingles Lawn Service says, OMG, that's the worst, dude. You need a pop-up tent and a bucket. Well, that's the thing. I just built out that enclosed trailer. If y'all haven't seen the video about that, I just did like a full build on it. And so I have a build video on that, on that trailer of doing the installation and doing all the things, right? So that would be, in an emergency, it'd be cool to keep something in there like that, right? If I had something like that, I would have used it. Like, I've never been that close to falling over the edge, if you know what I'm saying. So, made it to establishment. Okay, I praise the Lord for that because I didn't know how I made it through that, right? And then I went back out. I went to the next lawn. So lawn number 3, right? I'm getting way behind schedule and all that. By the time I left the neighborhood, drove out, went to somewhere, and then came back, right? And then so I'm doing that. I'm doing lawn number 3. And Tingles Lawn Service, it saved me a few times. Do you have an enclosed trailer? Is that what you did? Is that how you, made that work? Is that how you did that? Sorry, my neighbor is going by, and he's a diesel mechanic. It's cool. He has like one of those tool trucks, and it has like a little crane on it and everything. Okay. But Tingles Lawn Service, do you have an enclosed trailer? And Robert, yes. Thank you, bud. Thank you for helping me feel better soon. So anyway, I went back out to lawn number 3. All right. And I was like, okay, we're doing this thing. We're making it, right? Oh, he said he's got the tent in a bucket. So he's running an open trailer and, having to set up a tent if he needs to. You better set up that tent quick, But, it was hard. I don't know. I've never used my muscles that, like, tightly down in those regions, or that strongly. All right, so yard number 3, I'm doing it. And then it's hit me again, right? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to go back out, outside the neighborhood to another, establishment and try to take care of things, And so then at that point, I was just like, man, I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house, and we're going to let this thing sort out for a couple of hours. And that's where I'm at. That's why I'm doing this live stream now. I'm like, well, I've already kind of wrecked up my route, my day for today. Maybe I'll pop on here and do a live stream just to tell y'all this embarrassing story for all the internet to hear, right? So I'm here, so that yard number 3, I went home. I made it home, barely. And then I hit up the facilities at home, right? And then so now here I am. It's happened a couple of times when I'm at home, hopefully letting myself kind of stable out here. You know what I mean? I don't have time for this. I got a lot of lawns to do and stuff, but it's like, what are you going to do, right? And thankfully, it's not like peak of the season or anything like that. We got Expo coming up next week, which I'm very excited about. And I'm thankful that it happened now and not like the day before we're going to leave or something like that, Because even if some of my lawns get pushed to this weekend, we'll be able to, make it work or fight through it, or whatever. We'll be able to do that. And so that, that's good. And so that's kind of, that's what we're dealing with. That's what I'm in the midst of right now. So I hope to see all you guys out there at the expo. It's going to be great. It's not too late. Even if you haven't decided to come yet, use promo code Tony, get 50% off, or my friend Turf Nerds, or my friend Phil. Use these guys' codes, and Sunday night that will close. But so this is a story that's still unfolding. My stomach feels extremely. Oh, Tingles Lawn Service said definitely looking forward to the expo. If you're going, bud, make sure you got my info, and you're invited to all the things. So Tuesday night, my friend Phil's Lawn Care here on YouTube, he's having a small meetup. I'm going to go to that. It's called the SMS meetup. and that's going to be great. It's at Fire Oven Pizza, and my email. Feel free to shoot me an email, Tingles Lawn Service. If you don't have my info, it's TonyMowengrass@gmail.com, and it only has one G in it. You know what I mean? So Tony Mowengrass, if that makes sense. TonyMowingrass. So just one G in there. Yeah, hit me up and I can give you all the details. So Tuesday night, Phil is meeting with a few other of these tall grass YouTuber guys, and they're going to discuss some social media stuff and all that. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. Wednesday morning, I'm going to the prayer breakfast. That's going to be at the Crown Plaza. Doors open at 6:30. Mike Singletary is speaking there. He's some kind of famous NFL guy. I don't really follow football, to be honest. But it's really cool. He's going to be going, sharing his testimony, all that. And all the guy that's the president of Bobcat Turf is part of this event. There's so many people that you would know in the industry that are part of this event, this prayer breakfast coming up. So I'm going to do that Wednesday morning. Doors open to that at 6:30. It's at the Crown Plaza right there outside of the Expo Center. Oh wow, Tingles Lawn Service said he signed up for the prayer breakfast. This is awesome. This stream was worth it right here just to communicate with Tingles Lawn Service because he's going to the expo, and I hope you guys are too as well. So I'm going to do that, and then actually I have a podcast with Milwaukee at the Milwaukee booth, so that's exciting. Wednesday morning, and then I got some other friends of mine. Cameron has Cameron Lawn Care Life in Missouri. He has a meetup at 3, I believe. I believe Phil has one at the Toro booth at 2, I believe. I'm going to try to shoot so you guys let me know what booths that you want to see and stuff like that. Because, I'm going to try to walk around that day. No, you're good. But if you walk right through here, you will just for a second, but which is totally fine. There's a total of 3 people watching, so you're good. And one of the guys has come to the expo, so that's cool. So okay, so yeah, back on track. Wednesday, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to, attend a couple of my friends' meetups on Wednesday. I think I'm gonna be on John Pajak's podcast maybe at 4. But then you guys, if you're watching this, Wednesday night, you're invited. We're going to El Nepal. It's at the edge of the parking lot. Me and a few guys, 20 to 30 plus guys, probably this year, are meeting at El Nepal, which is at the edge of the parking lot. Tingles, you're invited. And it's at the edge of the parking lot right there. Like, you can see the expo from it. And they have a couple locations. So if you go to like another location, it's not the right location. It's right there at the edge of the parking lot. It's called El Nepal. It's a Mexican place. We're going to go there Wednesday night. All right. My friend Ron, Greenscapes, Ohio, he is going to be at the Echo patio, social media patio, or something like that, I think it's called. 3 to 5 on Wednesday. I'm going to try to attend that. Blades of Grass has got some meetup. I'm going to try to attend. I believe that's at noon on Thursday. Okay, and then Thursday morning, I'm going to go to the morning show. Morning show, 8 a.m. on Thursday morning. That's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool. It's always great, And then I'm going to try to catch up with some of you guys and do a podcast with you. Tingles Lawn Service, if you're there, if you are making videos, or I'd love to get you on my podcast, with a little mic, or at least or maybe catch you on video or something like that. That would be cool. But there's so many great folks out here, great friends. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat the expo, just the family reunion gathering of the industry, right? Whatever company you like, I don't care. You name a mower company and they're there. You name a truck company, they're there. Trailers, ramp racks, softwares, insurances, whatever you want, they got it over there. And they'll let you try it, and they'll let you talk to the vice presidents of whatever said companies, right? And it's either 30 or 50 acres outside. Well, they'll let you actually try the equipment. So it's awesome. But man, this poop story today, it got me. It got me hard. And I'm still dealing with the bellows of it right now. I mean, I'm stable right now and I feel better. But I don't know that I'm safe to go back out to the lawns yet. You know what I'm saying? Which that means I'm going to have a big route tomorrow, you know? I don't know, bruh. But I'm glad I'm getting this behind me now before we go. Because it happened to my wife, same thing this morning, and we both ate at this Mexican place last night. So I kind of think, like, I don't know if it's just like, I kind of think it's something to do with that Mexican food, right? But, you know, we're going to make it. We're going to make it through here and, you know, all that. And if you guys haven't checked out my trailer build video, that was cool, you know. I don't know how many people are even interested in doing something like that, you know, with the insulation and all that, but it is a cool thing. Just make sure we're still recording on the audio side. We are. You guys that watch this in the future, if you like listening to audio podcasts while you're out mowing, just type in Tony's Lawn Care. It's actually called Tony's Lawn Care Talk, but if you type in Tony's Lawn Care on any Spotify, Apple, whatever it is, it'll pull right up. But yeah, I just did this trailer build video, and my shelves over here are still a mess, as you can see. Got a lot of people from the industry. There's stickers on there and stuff. We got Cornell Max old logo here. It's kind of backwards because I got the selfie cam on. You know, so many companies and things, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best year ever, and I just hope that I am able to connect with all you guys. You know, I'm not famous. I'm not internet famous. I don't have a bunch of, you know, brand deals or a lot of stuff like that going down. But I'm just blessed to be a part of the industry and be friends with all of you guys, and so that's really what it is. That's really what it is, this expo. And, you know, to the degree that I put out effort to connect with all you guys is how good my experience will be, right? And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I just hope my Greenscapes Ohio, man, buddy, I had to stop working today because, man, had some Mexicans last night, and I went to the first two, after the first 2 yards, I've never held it back, my diarrhea, that hard before in my life. I made it down the road. I finished those yards somehow. I just didn't want to come back to those 2 yards. So I made it to the end of those 2 yards, somehow made it down to the local Dunkin' Donuts, right? Somehow made it there. And then I went back for yard number 3, and I was up on my Hasagawa ladder trimming this big hedge and everything, right? I finished that lawn, but then it hit again. I'm like, I'm going to have to do something. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I'm like, I'll not just keep driving around, you know, these 15 minutes, wherever. So I went home, right? And I'm at home now. So, like, that happened this afternoon. And I've had several more sessions, you know, here at home. And it happened to, had to leave number 3 to go number 2. That's right. Yes. Yes, that would be a good title. That would be a great title. Maybe that's what I'll title the audio side of this, the audio podcast. My friend Ron, Greenscapes Ohio, always coming in clutch. Always, you know. Look, my garage is still a mess just from all the building that trailer. I mean, there's just piles of drills and, sorry, it's backwards on the selfie cam, but piles of drills and screws and just all kind of stuff, you know, up there. Saws and things down here of doing that build. Yeah, Trent said, why did stuff hit the fan? I don't really know how else to describe it. Maybe I'll have to re-describe this again. Okay. So this will be for like the 3rd time. Trent, hope you're doing great, bud. Hope you're going to... that video is my plan for tonight. Can't wait. What video? See, I'm already off track. Okay. So yeah, I had... Oh, the trailer build. Yes. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. So I just finished the trailer build. Check out that build video. And Trent, I'll explain this. I'll back up real quick. Just recap this again. So Trent, I was on yard number 2, right? There's two next door to each other. I was on those, right? And me and my wife and her whole family, we met my father-in-law at this Mexican place last night, right? And we ate dinner there and all that. It was great. But towards the end of yard number 2, it was hitting me, right? Like I was using every muscle I had trying to hold this back. I have never held back diarrhea that hard in my life. And so that was happening, on yard number 2. I'm like, I don't know how I made it to finish those 2 yards. Finished it. I drove to a local establishment, and it was just a 1-person bathroom, man. I don't know what I was going to do if someone was in there, right? Oh, man. Whew, I made it over there, right? Yeah, and then I made it back. I went back to yard number 3, okay? Drove back around, back all in the neighborhood, all that. Wait through a little bit of traffic and everything, spend another 15 minutes going back in there. And then I did that yard number 3. But towards the end of yard number 3, I was up on my Hasagawa ladder trimming this big hedge. And man, it was happening again. I was having to pause. And I was just trying to look up and down because the customer was home. And I was just trying to make it look like I was just inspecting the shrub, just making sure, I got it all or anything. But really, I was trying to not move at all. Trying to not move my body. Because see, what happens is you got that Redmax 9000, blowing all their leaves because it's starting to be leaf season now. Blowing all those leaves and that thing's vibrating on your back and you're walking around. Man, it's moving things down in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Woo, that was bad. And so I made it through. And then after that 3rd lawn, I'm like, that's it. I'm tired of driving back and forth, wasting a lot of time. I'm going to drive home, right? I'm going to drive home and I'm going to let this thing stabilize for a couple hours. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go home and let it stabilize for a couple hours. I might as well jump on here and do a live stream. And so that's why I thought Poop Hit the Fan. I figured that would be a good, title for it, right? And guys, this will come out on the audio podcast as well. Type in Tony's Lawn Care if you'd like to listen to the audio while you're out mowing. Because a lot of us do, A lot of us don't have time to watch videos, you know what I mean? But maybe we listen to audio and that kind of thing. So this comes out on there. Expo tickets, it's Sunday night is the cutoff for anybody for promo code Tony or anyone else that has a code. You can still get the 50% off and get in the expo and come hang out with us. Earlier in this stream, I shared my schedule. At least it stayed in for the sake of my clients. I was pushing it. I was right on that edge of, man, I'm going to set this blower down and I'm going to have to figure out something, right? Ron, that's awesome, buddy. And Ron's going to be at the social media patio. I mentioned that a little earlier in the stream. I'm going to try to hit that up. He's be there from 3 to 5 on Wednesday. So I'm trying to hit that up. Will, I'm doing the live stream. You can, if you want to come right here, you can see what we're doing. There's no headphones or anything. We just talk and hopefully it picks us up. But I'm also recording it for the audio podcast. Will, say hi to everyone that's watching on YouTube. So yeah, Expo's coming up. And so I thought, man, since my day is really screwed up. Oh, Mr. Ron said hi, Willow. See it right there? That's the comments. That's the comments, Willow. Right here. There'll be a list. And when people type in something that they're watching right now live, they type in something, it'll pop up right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I was like, well, since my day is screwed up, I told my wife, I'm like, I should jump on a live stream because I feel like I should. Huh? Well, it's picking you up too. It's picking you up at the same time. I don't have 2 of these. These are the wired ones. But so I told my wife, I'm like, well, since my day's screwed up and I got to come home for a little bit anyway, let's jump on the live stream and hang out with you guys for a few minutes and make a podcast. So that's what I'm doing. And it's a good day. We made it through. I'm thankful it's not 4th of July. Mr. Trent, I agree. Thank you, bud. You said that's, little ones' real blessings. Yeah, I have 2 young kids, and they're not so young anymore. They're getting. It's crazy. One is 8 years old and one's 5 years old. Willow, she's 5 that you just seen. But I have a son as well. And anyway, yeah, it's crazy. So I figure let's jump on this live stream because I feel like it would be a good idea to do one of these before we head to the expo in case someone out there hasn't. Maybe they're thinking about the expo and they think maybe I should come. It's not too late. You get a hotel in any direction. and use promo code Tony till Sunday night, you can come and hang out. It'll still only be $30 for all 3 days with all the food they hand out, all the hats and swag. That's where I got this hat. Like just all the brands hand out all kind of cool stuff. They you get to talk to any of the brands. You get to try out all the equipment out in the 30-acre demo yard, whether it be skid steers, mowers, whatever it is that you want. And Ron will be there. Shout out to Greenscapes Ohio. Tingle Lawn Service, Mr. Ron, up a little higher on the chat. He said he's coming for his very first year. So Tingle, make sure you connect. Yeah, Trent, I'll address that question in a second. Up a little higher in the chat. Tingle's Lawn Service is coming for his first year ever.
He's watching it right now.
Yeah, he's watching it right now. He's coming for his first year ever. And so make sure that, Tingle's Lawn Service, you're welcome. Try to connect with me and Mr. Ron and just all the people I know, You're welcome to be a part of it. We don't have any, exclusive clicks or anything like that. New Hope Cuts from here on YouTube. He's an awesome guy, Buster. He is, if you guys know New Hope Cuts, he's coming for his very first year. And so I look forward. I'm going to hang out with him. That's going to be epic. Just the whole thing is going to be crazy. And you guys are invited as well. Yeah. And so it's going to be great. I mean, I'm really, really excited about it this year. I'm not famous. I'm not high enough up in the brands or anything like that to have official meetups at booths or stuff like that. But I'm going to attend my friends that do have that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to support them and attend that. Whether it be whoever it be, whether it be my friend Johnny Blades of Grass, just all these guys have these things going on. And so I'm going to try to, support them in that. And they're just great people in this industry, He texted me a few days ago and told me about that. And so that was, he's an awesome guy. He's one of my favorite lawn care YouTubers. So Ron says the guy in the panel last year. Well, I was on Paul's podcast. I was on the morning show last year, but, I was just a guest. It wasn't, I don't have a podcast on there or anything. It's just, I was on Paul's podcast. He wanted to talk to me for whatever the reason was, he wanted to. So, if he's going to ask that, of course I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to do that. And so that's what we did. And I mean, it was great. It was cool. But this year, I'm kind of thankful that I don't have a lot of plans, heavy plans. I mean, it's really nice because I'll be able to just walk around, chat with you guys. Hopefully help. I told Buster, New Hope Cuts, as he's coming for his very first time. So Ron, be sure to connect with him. He's a great guy. He has a channel here on YouTube. He's probably only a couple hours away from me, hour and a half maybe. Tingle's Lawn Service, New Hope Cuts. There's several people that are coming for their very first time. And so we want to help them to connect with everyone. Oh, man. What's up, Tony 2 Chains? Phil's Lawn Care. What's up, buddy? Don't know what he means by that. But I'm sure it's just me not being smart, it might just be me not catching on with whatever it is. So Phil, man, I didn't make it. I made it home barely, but I went to 3 establishments, hit the dumper, went back out to my lawns. Me and my wife, my father-in-law, they met at this Mexican place last night. Man, me and my wife, it hit us both. Yeah, so Phil, now you'll understand. So it was bad. I went to the second yard. I don't know. I have never tried to hold diarrhea back that hard in my life. And I made it through the first 2 lawns, right? And then I left and went to the local Dunkin' Donuts. And I hit that up, if you know what I mean. I hit it up, not in a good way, right? We did that.
He's so funny.
And then then I went back into the neighborhood, okay, yard number 3. We're about to do that. Man, towards the end of yard number 3, it's only 45 minutes later or whatever it is. And I was up on my Hasagawa ladder trimming this big hedge. It's probably an 12 foot. It's not 8 foot because it's way higher than my ladder. My ladder's 8 feet. So let's say it's a 12-foot hedge, like a cone thing, and I'm up there, my trimmers, walkie trimmers, shaping it up, right? and it hits again. And I mean, I had to like pause and try to not move for a few minutes, try to hold it back, as hard as I could, and hopefully the feeling would dissipate a little bit. Ooh, and then I was trying to continue so I could try to finish. So I somehow finished that yard, and man, I was like, forget this. This is already like second, third time leaving the neighborhood, driving 15 minutes, waiting in traffic, and going to, establishment and go back. At this point, I was like, I'm going home, and I'm going to let this try to stabilize. So I said, forget this. So I drove home, barely made it home, right, a couple hours ago. And I'm like, my work day is like wrecked anyway. So I told my wife, like, might as well jump on the live stream and tell everybody about my poop story, right? And so that's what I'm doing, and hopefully all you guys are coming to the expo. I'm excited about all the meetups. Phil has an SMS meetup, but don't worry, Phil. Not too many people will know about it because of this. I mean, there's a total of 2 people watching. Phil said, I watched your trailer video yesterday. Did you insulate just for camping, or does it help in the winter, colder temps while mowing? Okay, so I'm not going to camp at all with this. The one that I just did is not for camping. We already have the other trailer that's on the other side out back that we do use for only camping and no lawn care. So this one will be for just for lawn care. So like I have 2 of those enclosed trailers now. And really why I insulated it and why I made it the biggest thing is because your equipment inside in the summer here in Georgia, remember we're like Florida and maybe some parts of Texas and stuff. I mean, it is hot in the, June, July, whatever it is, August. And so what the insulation really helps with is, and why I even started to make it on the camping trailer and then just turned into a camping thing. So we kept that, but it really helps with, when that, it's even before lunch and that metal roof over your head is already like 95 degrees. And then, so it's just baking hot inside the trailer and all that stuff. And the vents help and all that. Yes, they do. But I've experienced that because I've had 4 different enclosed trailers, 5 actually now, 5 different ones over my years. And so with the insulation though, let's say it's cool inside the trailer, like in the morning, and it won't get 100 degrees inside the trailer for, a couple of hours, it'd probably be after lunch, before it really gets the temperature it is outside, inside the trailer. Even if the door is open or whatever, it just helps a ton to like keep that roof kind of cool, and the walls too. The walls cool, and that way with my batteries on there in the on the walls and stuff, it's no problem. It won't be so hot in there. It just helps like make the temperature swing way more mild. I guess it does the same thing like it does in your house. The house that you live in, if you didn't have insulation, whatever temperature it is outside, it's coming inside really quickly. Like even this garage, it's probably like this in a lot of people's houses. It has, have you seen those vent fans at Home Depot? I think Johnny has one installed in his enclosed. That is a good idea. Yes, I have seen those. And on one of my trailers, I had this thing that was called a Max Air, and it almost looks like an AC unit, but it's not an AC unit. It's bolted down, and it's just like the scoop, the plastic piece is just there permanently. And so that way, even if your vent was open inside, you still not get any rain inside the trailer. Actually, what I did is my plastic thing was cracked because the sun beats it so hard. So after you own the trailer for a couple of years, that plastic flap is junk, and it kind of cracks apart and whatever. So I was like, forget that. I'm just going to buy one of these. It's called Max Air, you guys. If you look online, I believe like with 2 X's, you can order them on Amazon or whatever in whatever color you want or whatever. And it just bolts around the rim of where that vent is. You put all these little bolts in. You can do it yourself. I did it on the ladder. It comes with the bolts and the hardware and everything. And so you can just forget that, flap thing and put this scoop on there, and then it'll forever not be affected by the wind. It won't get rain in there and all that. So if you install one of those fans and then you have that scoop thing on it and you insulated the trailer, that would be top-notch setup, right? It really would. And then solar panels. Okay, Green Skittles has said we have 2 of the Max Air fans in our camper. They're great. So the ones that I bought in the past, it doesn't have a fan built in. It's just the plastic like enclosure. I'm sure they because they like make these, so I'm sure they have versions with fans in them and whatever. So that would be a good idea. But the insulation, it does work. It works very good for this specific thing. And then this year, I've kept my batteries for my battery equipment in a cooler in summers past. I would like keep it in a cooler. But this year, because I bought 3 of the Milwaukee Forge batteries. I ran them the entire summer. And this is before I even built that trailer. I'm running an open trailer, so they're like in the backseat of my truck and whatever. And I did not use a cooler. No cooler. I just ran them. I ran them in the heat. I try to keep them in the shade and stuff. The battery, like even if the trimmer was outside on the outside trailer on the trimmer rack, I would take the battery off, put it in the truck, So I try to be, pay attention to that a little bit. But I made it through this season, mowed the whole season. I didn't use a cooler one time for the batteries. Not one time. So battery equipment is coming along. It is getting better. It is getting really good. And so Trent asked, could I talk about if I save money on 2-stroke with battery equipment? Absolutely. I don't know how much because I haven't fully tracked it, if that makes sense, but definitely save it, especially during the summer months. Now in the leaf season, I don't even have the Milwaukee backpack blower or anything yet. I mean, I have the handheld blower, but but I only have 3 batteries and whatever. I don't know. I might expand that in the future, but but it definitely saved money. It's great all during the summer. Now we're starting to use the gas blowers again, to clean leaves. But who knows? I want to talk to them when I go to the expo in Milwaukee and get their thoughts. What if I got 3 more Forge batteries and ran them back to back and back? What's the weather like over there? We got 40-degree average these past couple days. Lots of rain. Mountains have snow on them already. Wow, equip, here we come. So Phil is coming from the other side of the country. So right now, I'm in shorts, Crocs on. It's definitely not that cold here. It is probably 70, 75. And it's probably in the high 50s in the mornings here in Georgia. So yeah, Phil is in the northwest, and so I could see where it's definitely cold, up there. And he said snow on the mountains already. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. It really is. And I'm just excited. I'm excited about the whole thing. I'm excited to connect with all the guys. Phil's Lawn Care said I need to move. So any of you guys watching this, if you're not subscribed to Phil's Lawn Care, you probably are, but just go ahead and do that. Phil's Lawn Care with an F, F-I-L-L, Phil. So like filling up your cup with coffee, that kind of Phil, right? If you type it like that, you'll find it. You'll find it if you type in the other, the PH Phil. But anyway, so yeah, and he does tall grass videos, and so man, I wonder in his future, let's say 10 years from now, he's doing 20 million subscribers doing tall grass videos, which definitely could be possible. He could either stay where he is and travel, and go to different climates and whatnot, which is cool. I think that's cool. It's kind of what he's doing right now, different times of the year or whatever. Or, if you move somewhere like Florida or something, you could probably, mow year round. He said, Phil, the new studio is awesome. So can you see your studio somehow? Is there something I'm missing on here? I don't think so. I don't know how he's seeing something that I'm not seeing, or maybe he just posted a video of the new studio, which I'll have to check that out. You guys can click on his name here in the comments. But yeah, he's a great guy, and he's done this. He's done it, full time here for a long time, or for a couple of years or whatever, stuff like that. So I'm assuming he probably has a video of his new studio or something like that, which I didn't know that. So I'll have to check that out. And you might hear kids play in the background or something. River's over here working on the project, which is great. But I'm excited. So what is today? Tuesday. So literally a week from today, Tuesday night, we go to the first Phil's Lawn Care festivity of the week, right? And that'll be awesome. And then I guess technically the actual expo starts on Wednesday, Wednesday morning or stuff like that. Unless you're like Ron Greenscapes, Ohio, or Phil's Lawn Care, and you have the exhibitor pass, you can go in on Tuesday. From what I understand, if you get one from a brand or something, I have the media pass, which is not bad. It's cool. They let you use the media room if you want to like upload something on Wi-Fi, and then you get in a couple of hours early if you want to like make some content with brands or something. Which I am going to do that. Have like a thing set up when walking stuff. That's cool. But and then other than that, it's just like it's a free for all for everyone. Yeah, Philly. He's gonna test it out. Then Wednesday, 11, 12 p.m. It's a free for all for everyone, whether you have the press badge or not, media badge, whatever they call it. It's really cool. It's a really cool program. So if you have a YouTube channel or a podcast, you can fill out your questionnaire thing on the Quip website, and they'll like they'll review it, see if they want to give you a media pass or whatever like that, right? And so I'm honest with you guys. I tell everything that's going on. Total, there's 5 people watching this, so it's not like I'm telling the world about these things. Hey River, yeah, if you're gonna hit on that with a hammer, can you like take it out in the yard or something? But yeah, I'm excited about it. So literally 7 days from now, which I'm so grateful this happened at this Mexican restaurant mishap. I'm glad it happened now and not like 2 days before we're gonna leave or something. We still have a week to be fresh and all that, so that's good. And I feel fine. I feel much better than I did this morning. And it hit multiple of us at the thing. So I think it was, I don't know, nothing tasted weird Mexican, but something went down. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm still looking forward to it. Want to try to connect with everyone. That's my main goal this year, to make all my friends feel appreciated by me. That's my goal. I'm not there to try to get more followers. Oh yeah, Greenskips Ohio said my wife just picked up steak fajitas. Well, he's several hundred miles away from me, so there's probably be no relation, right, to this place we went, right? But anyway, I'm not there. I'm not there to try to pick up a bunch of followers or stuff. If that happens, hey, I'm great with it. I'm not saying I'm not being I'm not against that, but my real actual goal is just to connect with the guy, you guys that are there in person. I want you to feel appreciated by me, because Jesus, God, the Lord, He appreciates you, and I appreciate you, and I want you to feel that. Not because I'm trying to get followers, not because none of that. I'm willing to not do any social media tomorrow if that's what I need to do. It's just used as a tool to connect with some. Yeah, Phil, you say he loves my dinner meetup. Yeah, it's a great thing. It's cool, and any of you guys that have, if plans come and something better comes along or something, it does not hurt my feelings one bit if you don't come to that. It's not. You just only come if you 100% want to the Wednesday night thing. That's how it is. I'm not childish. I'm not immature. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't come. If you are my friend and you don't come, it's totally fine. If you have like a sponsor or like a brand or something that you work with and they say, hey, come eat dinner with us, I think you should do that, because that's a great opportunity. Go and do that.
Mama, I have this.
But, if you guys want to come and want to be part of it, that's great. Yeah, he said, great. It's way better than we went to Chili's. Yes, Chili's was a problem there. It was a staffing, logistical nightmare, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But I mean, we made it happen, but it was, we did the best we could with it, but it was pretty crazy last time. It was not in a good way, right? But I'm just saying all that to being said, if you guys have something that comes along or something you need to do instead, I completely understand that. I just want to go and connect with you guys. I'll find you, the expo, whatever. Call me, text me, whatever it is when we're there. If you want me to help film some videos for you or something, that's great. No problem there. I'll try to do that. I'll try to accommodate if at all possible. And I just, I want to get the most out of it. Just want to connect friendship-wise, And I would like to bring the little mics, wireless mics, and try to, maybe get some people on the podcast like man on the street kind of thing. That is a good idea. I think I'll probably try to do some of that. Because I think that'd be fun. Just for those that couldn't go. And even those of us that could go will listen to it again later, That's neat. And so I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like the weather is going to be amazing this year, Dex. Some years it's literally...
what are you doing?
Some years it has literally snowed at night times when we're there. Like, me and my wife, I remember driving the car, like, pulling up to the hotel, snow on the windshield, like, on the car. Like, and then the next morning, the whole car, snow on it, ice, all that stuff. Yeah, Ron Greenskips Ohio said it looks perfect. It does. It looks great. I haven't checked in a couple days, but I didn't see rain. I didn't see, anything that was a problem with the expo. So that's really, really cool. So it's just, man, there's nothing bad about this year other than I just, wish there were more hours in a day to be able to talk to everyone, connect with everyone. But I'm going to try my very bestest, Phil's got meetups that I have written down. I addressed them earlier in the episode. I tried to, I believe it's 10 a.m. Thursday outside John Deere booth. My memory serves me correct. I believe it's 2 to 4 inside on Wednesday at Toro. Phil, you can correct those in here if that's not correct, but I think that's right. And then several other guys. Johnny Blades of Grass, he texted me, like I said earlier, and he's got some. I think his is 12 to 2 maybe on the inside. So that'll be cool. I'm going to try to support that. Try to support all my friends that, have a thing, a meetup. Yes, there we go. Phil put it right there. He put it in the comments. And I believe that you guys will be able to see all these comments later. I don't know about that. So Toro's Wednesday, John Deere's Thursday. But you'll be able to see me talk about it audibly, even if you can't see the chat. Because I think that's how it works. I think once it's over, you can do comments, but you can't do the chat. But Phil, so he just corrected it here. I'll try to pull it back up. I don't know how to pull it back up. That's all messages are visible. But so it's 2 to 4 inside Toro Thursday and 10 a.m. John Deere outside Thursday. The Toro one is Wednesday inside. And you can check his Facebook page, if you need to actually see it in writing again. But yeah, that's correct. Because I know you guys might not see the chat when it's actually over. And I don't know how to pull it back up. So I'm doing this all on my tablet, just on the fly out here in my garage. And so that's, man, I'm looking forward to it. I don't really like driving 8 hours over there. Just being honest, like 1, 2 in the morning, all that junk, and my kids are like, are we already there yet? Are we getting pretty close? And, all that stuff. But we're going to do it. And then also my dog boarding, man. The dog boarding is going to cost as much as my hotel when I'm out there. That's crazy. So Toro Indoor 2 to 4, JD Outdoor 10 to 11. And Toro's on Wednesday, John Deere on Thursday. So when he said something else in the chat, it pulled up again so I could see it and read it. So Phil, so Milwaukee wants me to do a podcast with them during media hours. So it's not really like a meetup. In fact, guys, if they don't have the media thing, they can't even show up over there. But I'll be there, I think, from like 10:30 is what the email said. The official time. There's 2 different topics. 10:30 to 11, then 11 to 11:30. And so I'll be doing that. And that's cool, But that's it. Like, I don't have any other thing. I don't have any other thing that's like scheduled, or that I just want to try to help all you guys and hang out with you guys and this and that. I want to be careful that I don't put too much emphasis on filming and that kind of. I do want to film. I want to film, so I want to do different than I've ever done Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Phil, you're right. Yeah, it is. It is a great opportunity. So they're going to talk about like the new quick lock thing that's coming out. I mean, it's already out. And then not only that, they're like, hey, be on the lookout because there's going to be one showing up at your garage beforehand so you can use it and then we can talk about it. And I do have that. I do have a short up already about it on my channel, and that's great. So it's such a cool opportunity. I feel very honored that Milwaukee wanted to do that because I buy all of their stuff anyway. I literally have like there's a charger, two more Milwaukee tools right up here, the drills, some of my impacts, the screwdriver. Got more. They got a cordless saw right here, something else right there, another charger. This is a Milwaukee light, right? It's just what I buy anyway, really, just for all my stuff. This is a Ryobi push mower, which is the same parent company as Milwaukee. I bought that on Marketplace like years ago, and I really like that mower actually. Battery 21-inch mowers I think are cool. Anyway, so yeah, it is a great opportunity, and I don't abuse it. Like I don't ask for things, all the time, whatever, because I am a small creator, and I just I want to be honest, and I want them to feel like, man, we got a great ROI on this, right? And several friends have hit me up and sent me pictures of like they went to Home Depot and bought like the full Milwaukee, the new forged battery setup and all that. So it's cool. I mean, it does. They are getting some ROI on the thing, on having me do it. And so I just feel blessed to be a part of that because I'm totally honest with them about my numbers and all that stuff. Like I'm not nothing fishy about it. They want to do it. So they want to like do stuff with me. And so I just feel incredibly blessed about that. Um, and it's amazing what's going on. Like with Phil, like he's doing big stuff with Ventrax and John Deere mowers, and it's crazy. And I think that's so awesome. He's next level, like from most people. He's in the 1%. Tony, you should ask him for a 1G compressor and mount it to your enclosed trailer. Always have wanted to do that. Inflator it went away. I do have an M18 inflator, which I love. I have that, and I bought that. It just stays in the back seat of my truck all the time. But the compressor, I mean, if you had that, you could also do other things with it. You could, I guess tires would be the main thing, but you could do other things. You could run a little blowgun, or you could you could have like an air ratchet, or blow out air filters. Yes, you could blow out the air filters because that is it's hard to stay on top of that kind of thing, especially during dusty times, which we've been in that kind of conditions here the last few weeks. Mine probably needs cleaned out right now on the mower that's in that trailer. It probably does. I wonder how good a 1 gallon compressor would work with an air gun because it just doesn't have that much capacity to like push out. I'm sure it would work fine though if you let it build up and then boom, you hit an air filter really quick. I'm sure that would, be no problem. And that would be cool. It'd be cool to hang it on the wall in there. And I still will add some more stuff. I got a lot of stuff in there. But I still have some wall space, left over that I could, I want to put some of those holders like where you can put like your WD-40 cans, like all the different spray greases and stuff like that. I want to, add some even more features. After today, I would consider an emergency 5-gallon bucket bathroom. I have not considered that in the past, but with an enclosed trailer, that could be a thing, right? Could be a possibility. Or just, Phil, I'm about to get off here too, buddy. So have a good night. Thank you for sticking in here the time you did. And Ron and all, there's several guys on here that have been here ever since when I started this, but I'm going to jump off here soon too, but it's cool that guys are on here talking and chatting it up. It's a great thing. And hopefully can connect some. It already did. So Tingles Lawn Care, he's coming for the first time to the expo, and he jumped in right away. And so hopefully he hits me up and he can connect with us. That it's going to be great. And he's invited to do anything I'm doing. Just like all you guys are. I know it's hard to come. It's hard to do. Like I said, I'm bored, paying to board my dog and figuring out what you're going to do with the kids and just all these things that are a problem for everyone, right? But we're going to make it work. We might hit my kids are coming and they're going to do different things with my parents in and out. My wife's going to come in and out of the expo and watch them. My parents are going to watch them some because they can't come inside. But we're going to make it work. And we're going to probably stop by like a pumpkin patch somewhere out there, Tennessee or Kentucky or something on the way. That'll be cool. We went to this thing last year. It was cool. It was like this nature preserve kind of thing where you get to hike through. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty close to the expo. It's south just a little bit. And it has these huge wooden statues that are like, almost look like some kind of like monster or something. They're built out of wood. And they, there's like hiking trails through there and stuff. It's really cool. It's like a, I don't know, state park, maybe could be what you would call it. Something like that. That was cool. We did that last year. We still might do that this year, but that was neat. And so we're just all anticipating it and trying to get the right mindset. I got a lot of things here I need to get finished. My route, especially now that I'm having a poop day here at home, my route may get pushed into the weekend a little bit today, which is kind of okay because then properties that are going to get missed next week, if they get pushed a little closer to the weekend, that's probably a good thing. I'll just have to tell them like, hey, I'm coming. I don't know. I'm not going to tell customers about the poop story though. I'm just going to have to tell them, my schedule's a little whack. You had to reschedule them, blah, blah, blah. We're coming, I have to say something like that. Because that's not lying, but I don't want to, yeah. I don't know. Some could see this in the future. They could. But anyway, because some of my customers, they know about this and whatever. Channel and whatnot. But yeah, Expo's coming. It's on my mind heavy, like I know you guys. Burnham Arboretum and Research Force is the place with the wooden monsters. Okay. Yes, that does make sense. And that would make sense why I can't remember what it's called because it is a weird name. But it was cool. For me, I love walking through there and I didn't even say that right, what he just put like in the chat, but Bernheim Forest, something like that. You guys check that out. If you Google it, if you Google wooden statues, Louisville, Kentucky, you'll see them. They're like built all over the country. So I mean, they're huge. They're probably in Shepherdsville, just south of Louisville. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Spot on. Bernheim Arboretum Research Forest. I've seen his chat pop up again. I probably still didn't say that right, but I mean, these things are tall. Like they're probably 20 feet tall, and they built these things out of wood. It's crazy. It's cool though. It's cool. But I've been to the expo several times, but I wanna put out effort to connect with people better than I ever have, like during the expo. I don't know exactly how to do that. I'll have to just walk through there and see what I can find, and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging on here with me. We're at almost an hour. We should probably wrap this thing up. But I hope to see all you guys next week. It's not too late if you want to come. There's still room for you. You can still book a hotel any direction, 20 minutes out. Use promo code Tony till Sunday night. And be sure to subscribe to Greenscapes Ohio, my man Ron. Be sure to subscribe to Phil's Lawn Care, Tingle's Lawn Service. If he has a channel, be sure to subscribe to him. He was up in the chat a bit. Tingle's Lawn Service. If he has a channel, be sure to subscribe to him. And I want to try to make a walkthrough video. Leave in the comments down below some booths that you want to see and stuff like that, so I can try to get video of them, because that would be good to know. At least I would know, hey, I want to see this, I want to see this, right? You can always email and tell me those things if you need to, whatever. And yeah, that's kind of it. And I might need to go inside and hit the facilities again. So, thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see you a little later. I don't know how to even end this thing, to be honest.